2011 season as they open their home schedule against the defending league champion Charleston Battery. With a win tonight, the Rhinos reach the 500 mark. Rochester and Charleston are next on the Rhinos Broadcast Network. Tonight, the Rochester Rhinos open their 16th home season as they renew their rivalry with the Charleston Battery. Good evening, soccer fans, and welcome to Rochester Rhinos Soccer for the 2011 season. I'm Joe Giuliano. Mike Kerms joins us once again as the color commentator for the Rochester Rhinos. We kick off season number 16, year number 5 at the newly named Salins Stadium. And what a way to start. It's the defending league champion Charleston Battery in town for tonight's inaugural kickoff in 2011. Let's bring in Mike Kerms. Mike, Rochester's been on the road. They're 1-2, but we're going to start off with the visitors, the Charleston Battery, playing some good soccer. They're defending their league championship tonight. Dan, who do we focus on for the Battery?
We're going to focus on Wigan, the goalie. He's the assistant coach for the team. He's a solid keeper. He's been behind Dusty Hudak for years, so he's been trained under a very quality keeper. And Dusty Hudak is now retired, and it gives Wigan a chance to really get into the goal right now. So he's gonna have his work cut out for him with Jagdio Singh up top and Hoxie up top, putting pressure, and Roseland coming through into the offense, and he's going to have his work cut out for him for sure with the offense of the Rhinos.
Wiggins got the start last night in Pittsburgh, and it was a very quiet night for the number 30, Keith Wiggins. Well, you talked about goal scoring for the Rochester Rhinos. 3 games played, 3 goals scored. Mike, Rochester's got to find a way to get more in the back of the net.
Yeah, Jagdio Singh was a great pickup for the Rhinos this year. He's been a thorn in the Rhinos' side for years with Puerto Rico. He put the nail in the coffin last year with them in the playoffs, and now he's on their side. With Hoxie's going to be behind him, Roseland's going to be behind him. Jagdio Singh, I think, is going to score a goal tonight.
Let's hope he opens up his scoring account this evening with the Rochester Rhinos. So Rochester and Charleston kickoff is minutes away. It's next on the Rhinos Broadcast Network.
John Gabrielli and Tom Rosati here from Marina Mitsubishi. We're ready to hit out of the park with Team Marina's Sign and Drive event. 400 vehicles have been selected for this event and discounted as much as 60%. Just sign and drive away with 0 down. Every vehicle in our line is included. No curveball. And don't forget, I always say yes. Get a 2011 Mitsubishi Lancer, 0 down, $169 per month, or 2011 Outlander Sport Corvette, or lease it for only $199 per month. So don't miss our giant Sign and Drive event. We're just minutes away off Route 104 Webster, Mitsubishi Motors.
Score big with Salins. Salins is proud to call Western New York home for over 140 years. Our premium quality deli meats and hot dogs are hometown favorites. Score big with your family and friends. Enjoy Salins' delicious real smokehouse ham or Salins' mouth-watering real turkey or chicken breast. Ask for Salins deli meats at your favorite meat or food store. The taste that beats them all. Salins, official sponsor of the WPS.
You've got lots of high-tech gizmos and gadgets. They help you shop, socialize, and stay amused. What you need now is a gizmo for your gadgets. Something that will keep your laptops, tablets, games instantly connected. Enter the Time Warner Cable Personal Mobile Hotspot. It connects your devices to our seriously fast 4G mobile internet when you're on the go. All your Wi-Fi gadgets, one amazing hotspot, one mobile internet connection. Order your mobile hotspot, then choose a mobile internet plan starting at just $39.99 a month.
Come on, she's hot.
The Rhinos home opener is Saturday, May 7th. The first 5,000 fans receive a Rhinos magnet schedule courtesy of Salins. Call 454-KICK for tickets.
The Camp Good Days Courage Bowl returns to downtown Rochester. The intense rivalry between St. John Fisher College and the University of Rochester kicks off at 7 p.m. Saturday, September 17th at Salem Stadium. To learn more about how you can help Camp Good Days and join Rochester's biggest football game, call 624-5555 or check out campgooddays.org. For the kids and Rochester, Courage Bowl 7.
You've got lots of high-tech gizmos and gadgets. They help you shop, socialize, and stay amused. What you need now is a gizmo for your gadgets. Something that will keep your laptops, tablets, games instantly connected. Enter the Time Warner Cable Personal Mobile Hotspot. It connects your devices to our seriously fast 4G mobile internet when you're on the go. All your Wi-Fi gadgets, one amazing hotspot, one mobile internet connection. Order your mobile hotspot, then choose a mobile internet plan starting at just $39.99 a month.
Get in the game this season with a Red Wings season ticket. You can save almost 50% off the regular ticket price and have the same great seat for every exciting game. You'll also receive a free gift, an invitation to a private party with the Red Wings, and more. Wings season seats are also a great way for businesses to reward employees or entertain clients. To find out more about how you can reserve your season seats, call the Red Wings at 454-1001. Become a Red Wings season seat holder at 454-1001.
This isn't a cable box. It's a time machine. See, with Time Warner Digital Cable, I get free start over, look back, and prime time on demand, so I can go back in time to watch shows, even if I didn't record them. You can't do that with DirecTV. Now, I know what you're thinking. If you shift time like that, doesn't it create a paradox and unravel the space-time continuum, causing the universe to collapse into a black hole of nothingness? No. You're good.
Start over, primetime on demand, and look back. DirecTV doesn't have them all. Time Warner Digital Cable does. Time Warner Cable.
High school lacrosse action continues this Saturday afternoon on TWCS as Webster Schrader travels to Buffalo to take on Clarence. Game time is at 1, and you can see it all on your home for high school sports. Time Warner Cable Sportsnet, Rochester Sports Network.
Rochester Rhinos as they take on the Charleston Battery. Joe Giuliano, Mike Kerms back in the booth for another great season of Rochester Rhinos soccer. Let's start you off with the starting lineups first for the visitors. Charleston Battery will start with Keith Wiggins in goal. The back four will be Mark Wiltsey, Colin Falvey, John Wilson, and Nigel Marples. In the midfield, Kevin Jackson, Alex Caskey, J.D. Grunewald, and Cole Heverly. Up top, it's J.C. Mack and C.D. Ba. Mike Anhauser, the head coach of the Charleston Battery. For the Rochester Rhinos, Neil Kitson makes his fourth appearance in the nets for the Rhinos. In the back, it'll be Tyler Bellamy, Troy Roberts, Cuevas Kirk, and Connor Tobin. The midfield looks like this: Tony Donatelli, J.C. Banks, Alfonso Montegalvan, and Tyler Rosenlund. Up top, Bob Lilly showing Andrew Hoxie and Kendall Jagdio. Seeing the officials for today, the referee Andrew Evangelos, assistant referee Demokratis Pashalidis, and Ashley Ryan. Mike Kerms, we are back for 2011. The Rhinos 3 games on the road, happy to be on home turf. Jagdio Singh and Hoxie to do the kickoff for the Rhinos. Rochester attacking the goal to our left, wearing the black and white striped tops, white shorts and white socks, while the Battery go with the black and gold tops and all black bottoms. And 2011's home season is underway with Montegalvan sending a long ball directly into the box where Keith Wiggins will pick it up. Wiggins got the start last night in Pittsburgh, a 0-0 draw. Second one in less than a week between Charleston and Pittsburgh. As his punt just reaches midfield. Rosenlund and Donatelli will be called for a handball here. And as Mike and I talked about on the radio pregame show, Charleston back-to-back games. This is the second half of their road trip. Rochester hasn't played since April the 23rd.
Yeah, I bet Charleston would be happy to get a point out of this tonight. I mean, playing back-to-back. I'm sure they wanted to get 3 points last night with Pittsburgh, but Unlucky for them. They was 0-0. They couldn't put the ball in the back of the net. Tonight they're going to hope for a 0-0 tie as well. 1-1 tie. Try to get out of here with a point.
Restarts will probably be instrumental tonight as Peverly's ball into the box. The Battery were called for offsides. And Neil Kitson, who has a 1.33 goals against average, gets it forward. J.C. Banks, he has shown a lot of flair this year. Very good attacking player on the flank, likes to cut inside. He'll become a fan favorite. Very young player, too, and only 21 years old. This ball forward for J.C. Mack, pressuring the new team captain, Troy Roberts. Spent some time with Troy last night watching the women's game, the Western New York Flash. Very impressed with the level of play. For one of the most loaded teams you're going to see in soccer, the Flash.
You know, you say that, but every team is loaded in the league. There's 6 teams in the league, and they all have international players that are going to be playing the World Cup this year.
A bit of movement here on the near side. Hoxie plays it over to Banks. Jagdeo Singh, the number 9, tries to keep it in bounds, and he'll lose possession here about 35 yards out on the near side. Throwing for Mark Wiltsey. Is Rochester a very young team? Looking at the ages of some of these players, 23, 21. Very young Rochester team as Roberts chasing this one into the 18. Pressured there by C.D. Ba. Calm and cool. The veteran leadership of Troy Roberts will be instrumental this year, as he's going to be called upon, I think, to do a little more work. Sanfilippo is gone. Pitch Colin, also a stalwart in the midfield, is gone. And this ball pops up in the air. Jagdeo Singh on his horse tries to keep it in and can't get to it, as it'll go over the end line. And a goal kick for the Battery. 3rd minute and scoreless in the Rhinos 2011 home opener. 3 games on the road. The first 2 games, Mike, left a bit to be desired. As far as finishing, they couldn't score, but then against Dayton, who everyone seems to be scoring against, they found the back of the net 3 times.
Yeah, I mean, it's the beginning of the season. You try to gel the team, and Bob's been doing that. Last year, the team was entirely new, and this year he also made some switches. I mean, you've got Bellamy and Roberts, Rosenlund and Monagavan in the center of the park, and Hoxie tonight. But for the most part, on the outside, the supporting cast is all new again, so they have to find their gel again.
Young average age of 23.4 years. As you look at Charleston, they've got some veterans. Keith Wiggins is 29. That guy John Wilson, he's up there in years as well. And I wonder how he's going to hold up tonight, Mike. And you made a great point. I thought he was going to be on the left, but you nailed it on the head. He's playing central.
Yeah, they put Wilson in the center tonight to give him a little bit of rest. There's a lot more running on the outside of the park there, and Wilson's going to have his work cut out for him with Jagdeo Singh up top. And Troy Roberts, 27 years old, captain. He's the oldest player on the Rhinos this year.
It's amazing. It is amazing. A lot of MLS experience. And he had a great 2010 season, played every minute of every game. Keeps himself in great shape. As Rosenlund playing at midfield with it to Montergalvan. Alfonso scored his first goal last week against, or actually 2 weeks ago, against Dayton. Donatelli into space and is going to run out of real estate as Wiggins gets there before Jagdeo Singh. Mike featured Kendall Jagdeo Singh in the open. He has been a thorn in the side when he plays against the Rhinos. Now they're hoping he does the same to other teams. Yet to score his first goal. As Tobin, 24-year-old, first season with the Rhinos. Played in the Norwegian 2nd division last year. Loses the header there to Mack. Now Alex Kasky with it. Grunewald spinning out of control. Throw in for the Rhinos in front of the bench. Bob Lilly still with the same brain trust. Billy Sedgwick, Billy Andracki working with the keepers. So a lot of stability in the leadership role. I guess you could say things changed in the office because Pat Erkley is now the full-time president and GM. As Cuevas Kirk puts it into the middle. Ball's played by Jagdeo Singh. Near side of the 18. J.C. Bank to Hoxie. Takes a swipe at it with his left foot. A little bit sloppy there. as he missed the ball, got the defender instead. It'll be a free kick for the Charleston Battery.
Rhinos playing a little bit more direct than they normally have in the past. They're playing, and they're not holding on to the ball as much, and I think they're going to want to keep possession a little bit. You've got a Charleston Battery team that's a little bit tired. Make them work to earn the ball rather than playing so direct.
Didn't get a look at the number of the player who's down. It could be number 5, Nigel Marples, but not sure. As they were going to hold off on the trainer, but looks like he tried to get up and he's not going to be able to. It's Falvey. So Mike points that out for us. 7th minute and scoreless. J.C. Banks served that ball into the box, looking for the big striker Hoxie, and he just kind of waited for the ball to come to him. Defender's running through, and Hoxie gets the defender instead of the ball.
It's good defense by Falvey. I mean, Falvey comes across and gets goal side for Hoxie, and Hoxie he takes a swipe as if there's no defender coming. And Hoxie didn't mean any harm by it. And Hoxie's lucky he didn't hurt his foot.
That's absolutely right.
And on that play, Jagdeo Singh hits a great ball to J.C. Banks. Just a nice floating ball, and J.C. Banks takes it up down the line, one times it straight across to Hoxie. Near post run by Hoxie. It's a good play by both teams. Falvey made a great defensive play there.
So the Battery having some injury issues to deal with already. Stephen Armstrong came back from an ankle injury last night. He played, but tonight they're not going to risk him. He's on the bench alongside of Mike Anhauser, and Falvey is backing up, and he's got to come off the pitch as he's trying to stay on. And the referee says, nope, let's head off. We'll get you back on as soon as we can. So it's a free kick for the Battery. 8th minute, scoreless. As the crowd still filing in here at the newly named Salem Stadium. Falvey, the 25-year-old, has played 5 games this year. Picked up a goal. Actually, Falvey was the player who got ejected in last year's championship game after tallying with former Rhino Matthew Delicott. Ball's at midfield. Montalvan quickly right back down in to the Charleston half of the field. John Wilson, nice and calm off the chest. Looks to square up against Hoxie. Now plays it on his favorite left foot. This clearance only goes to Montalvan, who again, very quick with the one touch. This goes off his shin and out of bounds.
It's nice seeing John Wilson just calm, cool, and collected. Gets the ball, just puts Hoxie behind him a little bit and just knocks the ball. You like to see a player like that knock it to one of his teammates, though, instead of just getting it out of the back.
And I'm sure that was welcome news to the Battery after they won the championship last season. John Wilson was going to retire. Decided to change his mind and have another go at it here in 2011.
Yeah, John Wilson's played 190 games with the Charleston Battery. He started 185 of them. So there's only 5 games that he's come off the bench for this team. And adding to those stats, in 190 games, John Wilson has 1 goal.
I'm surprised. When he was with Rochester in 04, he loved to get forward down that left flank. More of a playmaking role for the veteran.
Yeah, he's got 9 assists. 9 assists, so.
It's not as many as I would think, over 190-something games. There's Tobin with a throw-in right in front of the Battery bench. Those of you watching on USL Live, hope you're enjoying our coverage. Tonight's game produced by the great John Catalano. There's Donatelli, 35 yards out, dead center. Slide tackle there. And the Battery come away with it. Get it back to Wiggins. High boot up to midfield. Roberts gets called for the dump of J.C. Mack, the rookie. J.C. Mack, a bit of an interesting story. Did not play college soccer. Kind of worked his way up through the ranks. As it'll be a free kick just inside the Rhinos' half of the field.
Well, this is really his rookie season in the pros. I mean, he played PDL, played for the U20 for the 20 team for the Chicago team. So
I'm getting a taste of an actual paycheck, right? Not a bad gig.
Getting a start,
soccer, right?
Getting a start at Salem Stadium tonight.
22 years old, so a lot of time ahead of him. Good work by J.C. Banks here in traffic. Rosenland, good ball into space. down the near flank. J.C. Banks has time to turn and look up. Coming into the 18, low cross into the mix. Wiggins gets the loose ball off the side of the net. Hoxie from a tough angle. They're going to say it was out of bounds already. As Donatelli, Jagdeo Singh, a couple of the players in there. Not sure they're going to call a foul or if the ball was out of bounds. Wiggins was just smashed into a lot of traffic inside the 6.
So one of the most dangerous runs is the one that Donatelli just made from the right midfield. He made that diagonal run all the way from the opposite side of the park. J.C. Banks hits a nice cross down low, and you've got 2 players going near post. That could have been a little bit of confusion between Donatelli crossed in front of Jagdeo Singh.
That would have been Donatelli's first goal here in Rochester since the championship game with the Vancouver Whitecaps, where he scored for Vancouver in a 3-0 win over the Rhinos. So some good memories on this pitch for Tony Donatelli. Dangerous ball played back by Wiltsey. Handled nicely there by Falvey. Out to the far side. Marples with it. Looking to go into space for Mack. And the big central defender, Tyler Bellamy, has it. Hoxie just letting it roll, trying to turn it into space for Jagdeo Singh. And it seems like they're trying to get Jagdeo Singh a lot of the quick balls into space and utilize his speed behind the defense. Haven't been on the mark just yet, although he had a great chance in Dayton where he was off the mark. There's Nigel Marples to John Wilson. Full possession here, broken up nicely by Rosenlund. Cuevas Kirk to Tyler Bellamy. Kirk down the far sideline with ball now is Rosenlund. Troy Roberts, 13th minute. Looking for our first goal of the game. Tobin back to Troy Roberts. Change the run of the play to the far side. Now Kirk, giveaway here in the middle of the park. Good chance for the battery to counter. There's Kasky. Good slide tackle there. Wins the ball. Tyler Bellamy. And the Rhinos come back the other way. Crossing midfield is Donatelli. Gets around Falvey. Donatelli still with it. 4-on-4. Top of the 18 to Hoxie. Good slide tackle by John Wilson. Great defending there. As the referee, Andrew Evangelos, will call a foul on Andrew Hoxie. It's his second foul inside the 18. How about the tackle there from Wilson?
Great tackle by Wilson. Just holds on to the ball and then starts bringing it out. I don't even know what happened there. They just got tangled up a little bit. And it's an advantage play, I would say, for Wilson there to just let the game go. But what a counterattack. Great by Bellamy getting stuck in the defensive third. And Rosenlund just Donatelli bringing the ball up and hitting Hoxie on the fly there. And Hoxie just got to shield him off just a little bit more. Get the shot on the left peg. Try to put it on frame.
It was a 4-on-4. Then Donatelli gets around the first defender. Rochester had a little numbers advantage there.
Did you see the gap, though, between the Charleston Battery's back 4 and the rest of their team? The Charleston Battery back 4, they have to move up a little bit further so that gap isn't there. It's too easy for the counterattack.
Fatigue?
Could be.
Jagdeo Singh is taken down here on the near sideline. And it'll be a free kick for the Rhinos. Montegalvan, Donatelli over this one. As Jagdeo Singh slow to get up. They take a short restart. Here's Banks with the cross up and through the 6. Marple's a high clearance only to the corner of the 18. Now played forward for Mack, and Bellamy gets there first. Mack with Bellamy all over his back. A nice little back heel. Gets it on the far side to Kevin Jackson. Now Peverly with it. Wiltsey, a 22-year-old out of the University of South Carolina. His ball down the near sideline is to no one and out of bounds.
Yeah, you can see he's not happy with that. He's a rookie and he's trying to make a mark. With the red card from last night, he's got his chance on the field, and hitting balls like that's not going to keep him on the field.
Evan Taylor was ejected last night, as Mike mentioned. 53rd minute for an elbow on Harada. So they played the last 40 minutes or so. A man down. From talking to Andrew Bell, it seemed like Charleston still had the better of play, even a man down. They just couldn't find the back of the net, as Wiggins had a very quiet night in Pittsburgh. Hoxie's having a tough go of it here, as that one goes off his left boot. Long ball downfield on the throw-in from Wiltsey. Roberts again off the chest, the thigh, and then Heads it forward. Cuevas Kirk with it now. Played with Portland last season, 18 games played with the Timbers. There's Connor Tobin on the near side.
Now, Kirk and Roberts, they actually had time together in L.A.
Donatelli trying to force that one through to Jagdeo Singh. Bellamy, hard challenge there, but C.D. Ba picks up the loose ball at midfield. Plays it back to Nigel Marples. He's got some space now to come forward in the 17th minute. And scoreless. Kasky with it now, switching it to the near side. Tobin just gets the boot on it and breaks it up before Grunewald can get on that one. Throw in for the battery. Rhinos' next game is Tuesday at Harrisburg. It is rescheduled from April the 30th. As it'll be a bunch of games in a row now for Rochester. Jagdeo Singh gets through John Wilson. And Falvey maybe with a breakaway saving tackle there, as Jagdeo Singh had midfield and more to deal with. There's J.C. Mack picking up a ball here, corner of the 18. Roberts pressured by Ba, and he'll just take the safe route. And a throw in deep in Rochester's half of the field. Wiltsey took a long throw in at midfield. We'll see if he does it again here. Just inside of the corner flag on the near side. Charleston 3-1-2, 11 points. Sole possession of second place in the American Division. There's Wiltsey. Good long throw in, corner of the 6. Top of the 18 and a left-footed shot way off the mark by Alex Kasky, the 22-year-old rookie. Sat there for him. He just didn't get it down on frame.
First 20 minutes, the Rhinos are trying to get the ball under control, and they're just not. They're making errors like that. Bellamy letting the ball go off his chest right to the top of the 18, and then Kasky keeps that down low, and that's a possible goal right there. 20 yards out. That's Kasky on his left peg. He's going to put that away a lot of times.
Set nice for him. Thought it was going to be a lot better end result. Luckily for the Rhinos, they dodge a bit of a bullet there. Kirk to Rosenlund. Now Hoxie with it. Back to the middle of the park. Nobody's there but Wiltsey. Grunewald gets away from 3 Rhino players. Has it again. On the far side, Kevin Jackson for Mack. Far side, just outside the 18. High cross from Jackson. Everybody was pinching in. And Neil Kitson, the 25-year-old, quickly scoops it up. Rolls it out on the near side. J.C. Banks. Jagdeo Singh with some space on the near sideline. Now he'll push it in to Donatelli. Moto Galvan takes a look around. He's got space. And this one's never going to get there. Is very limited space on the ball to J.C. Banks.
And what Moto Galvan's got to do, he's got to play simple. Tobin's wide open on the left side. Let Tobin do the work. Let the ball do the work. Don't try to hit the long balls like they've been doing for the first 20 minutes here.
There's Wiltsey with the steal off the foot of J.C. Banks. Into space looking for Mack. He is a step or two behind the Rhinos' defense. Referee assistant on the near side making that call. Troy Roberts with the free kick. And Mike mentioned Roberts and Kirk had some time together with the LA Galaxy. If you look at Cuevas Kirk, he was the original number 23 until that guy came over and snatched the number away for the LA Galaxy.
Mr. Beckham.
That's the one, Mike.
Mr. Beckham and Posh.
I'm sure that number 23 came with a price tag as well. I've got to ask Cuevas if there was any financial compensation for giving up his number 23 with the Galaxy. Roberts breaks that one up. Montegalvan, good hard work, middle of the park. Gets it back from Donatelli. Now Rosenlund, the Canadian. On the near side for J.C. Banks. Turns, looks towards the middle of the field. Montegalvan, quick one touch, is not going to reach Rosenlund. Donatelli and Rosenlund don't connect there, and the battery come away with it. C.D. Ba the 18-year-old from Gambia. Getting the start tonight. Now Donatelli with it, middle of the field, 35 yards out. Rosenlund. Hoxie coming inside the 18. Wiltsey on him. And Wiltsey gets the right foot on it to knock it over the end line. As Hoxie, I don't think he was sure whether he was going to shoot it or serve the ball in the box. That may have given Wiltsey enough time to recover.
Hoxie's a guy right now who's getting tangled up in the 18 a lot, so he's getting himself involved in the play, and that's important for a forward.
First corner kick of the game for the Rhinos. It'll come from the near side. Alfonso Montegalvan with one goal. Love to pick up an assist here. There's the delivery. Through the 18, headed back across by Tobin. And through traffic, Falvey with the overhead kick to clear it at the far side of the 6. Dangerous ball sent back across the goal mouth by Connor Tobin. There's Caskey with it now. Peverly trying to go long for Mack. Bellamy's read that book before, breaks it up. Kirk now trying to step in and break this one up. Kevin Jackson and Kirk battling on the far side. Kirk gets it forward to Rosenlund. Montegalvan stretches, keeps possession here. And that's a bad giveaway.
Yeah, Montegalvan has to stop having the unforced errors. He has a few already in the first half. That's a few too many.
Peverly, long ball right down the gut, looking for J.C. Mack. Roberts breaks it up. See if Rochester can get some possession here. There's Donatelli. J.C. Banks with it. Off the mark on the pass to Donatelli. And maybe 2 weeks of not having game action, showing a bit here for the Rhinos as 23 minutes in and some passes leaving a bit to be desired.
Yeah, you never want to have that much rest, and it's way too long to rest. You want to be on the field. It's a lot of training time, and the reason the players play the game is to get on the pitch for this competitive level, and when they're sitting so long, it kind of gets tiring.
We'll see if the Rhinos can bounce back. Cuevas Kirk with the cross. Donatelli off the post. The rebound off Wiggins back, and it's a goal for the Rhinos. Tony Donatelli. A bit of luck, but they all count. It's 1-0 Rochester.
Yeah, but what a cross by Kirk, and one time by Donatelli. A little bit of luck. I mean, Kirk just does a great job. What a cross. He rips it across. One-timer, hits the post, off the keeper, into the back of the net.
24th minute, Tony Donatelli. He's got his first goal as a Rochester Rhino. Cuevas Kirk with the assist. And it's 1-0 Rochester in minute number 24. Some great looks here on those replays for those of you watching on TV and USL Live.
Yeah, Kirk gets the ball here and just takes him on. And what a great cross, and our side volley from Donatelli. Right from the top of the 16, about 18 yards out, puts it and hits the post.
Great look here from behind the net. Wiggins is beat, no doubt there, but a little bit of luck deflecting off the keeper and across the goal line.
You know, if it doesn't hit off of Wiggins, it's coming straight across to Jagdosing, crashing the net, which is important. You see your forwards crashing the net on that, and that's important.
Free kick here for the Rhinos.
The nice thing is you saw Kirk get forward on the flanks, which you haven't seen Kirk or Tobin going forward, where last year you had Sanfilippo and Greenfield going forward all the time.
Great point. Paid dividends there.
So finally, Kirk takes one guy on, hits a nice cross.
Cross by Donatelli. Cleared away there by Wiltsey. Hit up to the middle of the field. Kitson all the way off his line. He'll pick it up for Bellamy. Well taken goal there by Donatelli. One time out of the air. Ball into 18. Jagdiosing has it. Crosses back across the 6. Wilson is there. Heavy touch. Rosen will pick it up for the Rhinos. Plays it back to Connor Tobin. Looks up. Right-footed cross. Into the box. Kevin Jackson gets his head on it. Montegalvan will keep it in the battery half of the field. There's Kirk again. Dangerous on that right side. Gets around Jackson. Another low cross by Kirk. And sliding to knock it away is Caskey. And Mike, I think you're onto something here with Kirk coming down that right flank.
Well, and now they're starting to keep possession a little bit. The first 20 minutes of this match, it was a lot of giveaways, a lot of just hitting long balls. Now they're starting to keep possession and putting the ball in the box from the flanks rather than trying to force it down the middle of the park.
Second corner kick, this time from the other side, the far side of the pitch. Montegalvan sets it up. Here's the delivery, low, driven ball, headed away by the battery. Bellamy heads it straight up in the air towards the 18 of Charleston. Tobin making Montegalvan work for that one as it came out from the sky. There's Kirk now. To J.C. Banks, who was on the right side of the pitch. Looks like Donatelli shifting over here to the left. There's Roberts. Tries to get it up over Falvey. He can't. As Falvey heads it to Wiltsey. Montegalvan from Roberts now. There's some possession from Rochester, knocking it around both sides of the pitch. Cuevas Kirk. J.C. Banks. Tough one there. Square ball easily taken away by the 18-year-old C.D. Ba. And Rochester is going to steal it right back. Middle of the park, Donatelli, 30 yards out. Hoxie, top of the 18, still with it. Sets it up to his left. Back to Donatelli, and they're going to call him offsides. As Hoxie, again, just can't seem to make up his mind in that crucial space inside the 18.
And Donatelli wanted that ball back on a 1-2. He hits it, and if Hoxie hits that 1-2, it's on. Clearly on. Donatelli with a nice play, a nice give-and-go play there. Now, the Rhinos setup, they're playing a diamond midfield. So they've got four in the center of the park in a diamond with Montegalvan at the base of the diamond, Rosalind at the top of the diamond, and Donatelli right now on the left, J.C. Banks on the right, which gives Tobin and Kirk plenty of room to go forward. The entire outside is wide open for them to go forward.
First yellow card of the game is Wiltsey, 29th minute. We'll get a yellow card here. Watch the challenge here against the goal scorer, Donatelli.
Oh, yeah, he goes up with his elbow, clearly.
Easy call there for the official. Andrew Evangelos. Donatelli is up and okay. It's going to take a little more than that to send off the former Montreal and Vancouver player.
Maybe that was a welcome to the United States.
Yeah. It seems like Donatelli has been around forever. He's only 26 years old, though. And Rochester had him on the radar a few years back with Laurie Calloway and didn't work out. He went to Vancouver instead. The Rochester fans know the history of that one. As we alluded to that earlier, the championship game in 06. To Galvan and Hoxie, no connection at all. It goes out of bounds. 30th minute. The Rhinos have a 1-0 lead. Tony Donatelli, a well-taken goal. One-timer out of the air in the 24th minute. To give the Rhinos the 1-0 lead. Bellamy pressured by Mack. He'll get the header. Back to Kitson. Driven up to midfield where the battery will try possession with C.D. Ba. J.C. Mack has it now. Triple team, loses possession. Tobin has it for Rochester. Connor Tobin playing left back. Jagdeo Singh battling for that ball there with Wiltsey. Grunewald gets dumped there by Rosalind and Tobin. And the battery will pick up a free kick here. Charleston not too much in the attack department as far as the run of play is concerned. We'll see if they can pick up something here on this restart.
Dangerous place to give up a restart. 35 yards out.
Caskey to take this one.
Diagonal cross coming in.
One-man wall, Jagdeo Singh fronting the ball. And that service easily cleared, and the rebound shot by Kevin Jackson way off the mark. And it'll be a goal kick for the Rhinos.
And Caskey needs to do better with that cross.
Jackson, one of the veterans on the team, 32 years old. Actually left the Charleston Battery in 2005 to coach a youth team. and he returned last year to the pro ranks.
The interesting part is where he started his career with Bob Lilly with the Hershey Wildcats.
Interesting. Well said. Well done. Did your homework, my friend.
I always do my homework, Joe.
That's why you're the best, Michael. Cuevas Kirk to Donatelli. Good ball now. Just inside the 18. Rosalind just couldn't get it to sit. He liked the service, though. Thumbs up as he's running back to his midfield spot. Jackson. Chip forward. Bellamy has really won everything that's come his way so far. There's the ball now. Tyler Bellamy, the Rhinos Rookie of the Year in 2010. 23 games played. Tobin, heavy touch there, but Roberts does what he does so well. Sets it up, and Jagdio seeing good hustle there, just stripping the ball away from Falvey. Now Hoxie against Kasky. Rosenlund double teamed here, and Grunewald comes away with it to Kasky.
You know, and that was the second time that Falvey's gotten beat like that, just kind of being a lazy defender and playing 180 minutes. He's got a full game ahead of him still, 60 minutes ahead of him, and you can see he's a little fatigued. He's out there walking. He's not even jogging across right now.
That would be one target I would look to hit, as he looks very tired, as Mike said. Plus, Donatelli got around him real easy that one time.
Plus, Hoxie whacked him.
Yeah, it doesn't help. As they go at it again, Hoxie. And Falvey says, hey, he came up high with the boots.
Absolutely, he did too. That was cleats up.
Falvey letting the official know about it.
And Hoxie's got to be careful. He's been tangled up a few times, going in cleats up. He's got a yellow card on the way.
There's Falvey backing Hoxie. Now Hoxie forward to Jagdio Singh. Turns. Looking for some help. Finds it in Rosalind on the near side. Middle of the park. UC Santa Barbara's Alfonso Montegalvan. Now with it for the Rhinos. Dangerous one, but confident in his delivery across the field to Kirk. Bellamy.
You see now they're playing a little bit side-to-side soccer, keeping possession of the ball.
Hoxie, good idea. Tried to get the touch forward to Jagdio Singh, who had a gap to run through. But again, it just sums up the night Hoxie's had. It just has not been his evening so far. 34 minutes in, and a 1-0 Rhinos lead. Salins Stadium, Joe Giuliano, Mike Kerms back for 2011 Rhino Soccer. Radio, TV, internet, Mike, we're all over the place. Good service, long, deep ball from Kitson. Nobody on the end of it for the Rhinos. Bellamy and Mack been battling all night long. They still go at it. As the ball comes on the near side to Grunewald. Grunewald working against Tobin. Rosalind coming in, double team, and knocks it out of bounds.
Grunewald, German.
There you go.
He's actually from Manlius, New York, in Syracuse, New York.
Your neck of the woods.
Absolutely.
Played his high school soccer at Fayetteville, Manlius. C.D. Baugh, the 18-year-old, and that's going to be spinning away from the goal. From the near side.
Fayetteville Manlius, FM, a perennial powerhouse in soccer for years. They do very well in Syracuse, and they usually make the States every single year. Or they're battling to get into the States every year for high school soccer, that is.
Kitson with the goal kick. High up over midfield. Hoxie gets his head out into Jagdio Singh. His back pass is intercepted by Kasky. And Tobin can't keep this one in bounds. Throwing for the Charleston Battery. Charleston winning the USL 2 championship last year. 2-1 win over the Richmond Kickers. It was their third USL title. And it's kind of ironic, their only loss this season is to the Richmond Kickers by that same scoreline, 2-1. Wilson almost makes a meal of that one as he gets it back and goes to Wiggins. Roberts, good challenge, gets in front of C.D. Baugh. And Bellamy will play it on the far side to Cuevas Kirk. Good driven ball into space. Wilson and Donatelli battling for it, and this will result in a goal kick for the Charleston Battery, coached by Mike Anhauser. Mike, they're not afraid to go with player assistant coaches. You mentioned Keith Wiggins as a player assistant coach, Stephen Armstrong. And you just wonder how much more before John Wilson gets that same title. It's good for the young players to learn from some of these great veterans that Charleston has brought onto the side.
Well, I mean, Armstrong's got 11 years playing professional playing experience, and I'm sure he's got a lot to add to some of these young guys on the pitch.
He's actually been up off the bench even more than Anhauser tonight. Now to Galvan, wide open. Cuevas Kirk goes off the side of his foot, and Jackson returns the favor as he gives it right back to the Rhinos.
I mean, that's twice in a row. I mean, Mono Galvan, he's going to go in the locker room, and either Bob's going to look for a switch, or he's going to tell Alfonso, listen, play simple soccer. Get back to your game and just play simple soccer. Get the ball, distribute. Get the ball, distribute.
Subs available for the Rhinos. Backup keeper Ryan Kenny. And also, you've got Costanzo, Hamilton, Ferdinand, Versailles, Gore, and Michael Tankey, who has shown real well in those first 3 road games. Subs for Charleston: O'Connor, Flatley, Patterson, Coleman, Kelly, Prince, and Zaire. Tobin and Banks and Wilsey fighting hard there, both going at it. Wilsey comes away with it. J.C. Mack spinning around. Hard slide tackle by Montegalvan, and it does just trickle into the arms of Kitson, the speedster C.D. Ba, sniffing around the 18, looking for any bit of help there. Sun starting the set on what's been a beautiful Saturday in Rochester. Ball's played middle of the park for Rosenlund. Gets away from him, and John Wilson clears it forward to Grunewald. Jackson off of J.C. Banks. And Tobin, heavy touch there. Gives up a throw-in. Should have done better there, and he knows it. Bob Lilly, not one to be afraid to let his players know how he feels. Now Rochester with it. Middle of the park. Tony Donatelli, he was your goal scorer in minute number 24. And we've seen a lot of that this year in the first 3 road games, and even tonight. Just almost, I don't want to say forcing it, but really pushing the issue for Jagdeo Singh.
They're forcing it. You've got it right the first time. They're forcing the match, and they've got to be patient, and that's something that the team doesn't have right now. They don't have a lot of patience on the pitch right now. They've got to get that patience. Monogovan's rushing it, giving the ball away a lot. They've got to be more patient. Play simple soccer. That would be my message to them. Just start playing simple. Keep possession of the ball. They do it every single day of the week. Possession soccer.
Would you say that was their theme last year, Mike, as well? Kind of a simple, basic style?
Absolutely, and that's why they won the regular season. They played a very patient game. They knocked the ball. They probably had possession for the season, probably 60 to 70% of the matches.
That's fair to say. Is Cuevas Kirk in the 40th minute?
And you've got your core here. You've got Rosalind, Monogvan, Bellamy, Roberts, Kitson, right down the center of the park.
Falvey almost losing the ball to the speedster Jagdeo Singh. J.C. Mack has it now to Grunewald. Tobin again, another high, hopeful clearance that Bellamy's got no choice but to head it away as he's pressured. Wiltsey's dumped from behind by Jagdeo Singh. Easy call for Evangelos, the official, who's about 3 yards away.
Wiltsey's out there putting his hands up, but he's the guy who threw the bow earlier into Donatelli's face.
Don't forget your favorite veggie, the celery.
It's a free kick here, 41st minute. Peverly to take it. This one's not too bad, as Roberts, looking into the sun, gets his head on it at the 6. Out to the far side, and Kirk will win a goal kick here for the Rhinos. We're coming off a 16-8-6 season, 54 points. Regular season champions last year in the USSF second division, but they lost to the eventual champion Puerto Rico Islanders. Second year in a row that Puerto Rico knocked the Rhinos out of the playoffs.
I mean, a lot of this non-patience out there is about the team gelling and getting their feet under them, getting comfortable with each other, getting comfortable with the formation.
Oxy's flick forward. Falvey gets there before Jagdeo Singh. But the Battery don't keep possession. Checking back is Donatelli. Ian Kirk playing it far side of midfield. And they'll open things up on the near side now. Roberts gets it to Montegalvan. Simple, quick one-touch to Tobin. Back in the middle for Troy Roberts. Some pressure now coming from the Battery inside the Rhinos half of the field. And they'll just break the pressure, play it to the far side where Bellamy serves a long ball downfield for Jagdeo Singh. He's got his back to the goal. Lays it off for Rosenlund. Now on the near sideline. J.C. Banks one-on-one with Wiltsey. Cuts him inside to the right. Top of the box. Rosenlund, right-footed shot. Doesn't sit for him as he sends this wide of the far post.
And it's a good ball by Bellamy. And Jagdeo Singh does a great job to keep control of that. Hold off defender, lay it back. Goes out to J.C. Banks. Another great ball by the flank from J.C. Banks to Rosenlund. If that first touch is right there for him, he'll be able to strike that one a little bit better.
J.C. Banks, a fourth-round draft pick of Toronto FC, this past year's MLS draft. Tobin not afraid to send these ones sky high. It's about the fourth or fifth one in the first half where he's just sent it up into the sky.
You know, and he's a young player, and young player, a lot of energy. He has to learn a little bit to be patient with the ball, bring it down, and just knock it. Once again, he just knocks it.
So Charleston will start their attack again at their own 18. As Rochester pressuring Wilson. There's Jackson.
You know, Coach Lilly taking another risk with even a younger team than last year. He did a great job with last year's team, and now he's got even more of a challenge with some more younger players that don't have a lot of experience.
Yeah, he's got his work cut out for him, there's no doubt. And as Bob will tell you, it's not where you start, it's where you finish. And he wants them peaking at the right time.
July time frame.
We talked about that a lot last season. When was the time that we're looking for Rochester to hit that groove? They sure did. I think it was the last day of the regular season that Austin kind of gave up the regular season championship to the Rhinos. Here's Jagdeo Singh, good hard work. One player to beat Wiltsey. Tracking back is Falvey, maybe a handball in there. The crowd looking for the call. Not going to get it. As Marples will send it across the pitch. Grunewald to Ba. Ba splitting through two Rhino defenders. Just didn't have the pressure as he is still down. 45th minute. Ba is down.
Yeah, but once again, there's Falvey getting beat by Jagdeo Singh. And Falvey's on the chase again, and it is a handball.
Absolutely.
It is a handball. Falvey's having a rough night tonight. And you can see he's just very lethargic out there.
I don't know how the referee didn't call that one.
I also don't know how he didn't call the foul over here on Tobin. And Ba's down for a reason.
So Sidi Ba, 18 years old from Gambia. We talked about him. A young, talented forward. And looking for a bright future is Mike Anhauser. As he's up and he's okay, he's talking to the referee. Come on, man, make the call. No indication yet of stoppage time. Looks like it might be 2 minutes, unless that's going to be changed before it goes to the fourth official.
I mean, 18 years old.
It's amazing.
From Gambia. And he's look how strong he is. He's a strong forward, young guy with a lot of energy.
Bright future ahead of him. Had a trial with the Seattle Sounders. It is 2 minutes of stoppage time. We've played 45 minutes and a couple minutes of extra time here. Sidi Ba talking to the referee saying it was 2v1 where I was sandwiched. He didn't make the call. Goal kick for Kitson and the Rhinos.
They've also got another rookie up top in Mac. So they've got two young guys up top, 18 and 22. And you can see they have a lot of energy. They're just not getting the ball to their feet.
Hoxie gets the flick on to Jagdio Singh. Back to Kendall. Triple teamed. He's not going to get away with that one. We'll see. Kasky now. Grunewald. Some space to come forward. Stoppage time, and he just gives it away. Montegalvan to Hoxie. And Falvey just clears it downfield, but offsides will be the call here. As the referee finally looks at his assistant on the near side. Ba and Mack both offsides there. 1-0 Rochester. 24th minute goal from Tony Donatelli. Cuevas Kirk with the assist. And that's where we stand right now in the first half. Marples. Booming clearance towards midfield, headed forward by Roberts. Evan Jackson cuts it inside now. Peverly. Try the near sideline. Grunewald's got some time to turn, look up right in front of the Rhinos bench. Faced with Montegalvan. Wiltsey plays it back to Peverly. A high cross into the 18. Matt gets his head on it. But from that distance, it's going to be very difficult to beat the Rhinos keeper. And Andrew Evangelos brings the first half to a close. Rochester has a 1-0 lead. Donatelli with the goal for the Rochester Rhinos. Stick around. Halftime show coming up next on the Rhinos Broadcast Network.
Come on, she's hot.
The Rhinos home opener is Saturday, May 7th. The first 5,000 fans receive a Rhinos magnet schedule courtesy of Salins. Call 454-KICK for tickets.
This isn't a cable box. It's a time machine. See, with Time Warner Digital Cable, I get free start over, look back, and prime time on demand, so I can go back in time to watch shows, even if I didn't record them. You can't do that with DirecTV. Now, I know what you're thinking. If you shift time like that, doesn't it create a paradox and unravel the space-time continuum, causing the universe to collapse into a black hole of nothingness? No. You're good.
Start over, primetime on demand, and look back. DirecTV doesn't have them all. Time Warner Digital Cable does. Time Warner Cable.
The Camp Good Days Courage Bowl returns to downtown Rochester. The intense rivalry between St. John Fisher College and the University of Rochester kicks off at 7 p.m. Saturday, September 17th at Salin Stadium. To learn more about how you can help Camp Good Days and join Rochester's biggest football game, call 624-5555 or check out campgooddays.org. For the kids and Rochester, Courage Bowl 7.
Watch Rochester Rhinos soccer this summer, only at Time Warner Cable Sportsnet, Rochester's sports network.
I'll keep an eye out for it.
Thank you, Mr. D. Waffles!
We got a voicemail at home.
Never miss a message. With Time Warner Cable's home voicemail to email, we're moving technology forward to bring you back together.
High school lacrosse action continues this Saturday afternoon on TWCS as Webster Schrader travels to Buffalo to take on Clarence. Game time is at 1, and you can see it all on your home for high school sports. Time Warner Cable Sportsnet, Rochester Sports Network.
Time Warner Cable TV customers, upgrade to the Triple Play and save. Digital TV, Roadrunner broadband, and next generation home phone. Each just $33 a month for 1 year with free installation. So you can lower your monthly cost and get everything you need to keep connected. Get access to amazing no-fee HD, blazing internet speeds, and unlimited nationwide calling. Upgrade to the Time Warner Cable Triple Play and save. Call 1-855-316-7957.
Welcome back to Salins Stadium. The Rochester Rhinos have a 1-0 lead over the Charleston Battery as we look at your numbers through 45 minutes of play here in the Rhinos 2011 home opener. The big one that matters is the goals. Donatelli. Rochester a 1-0 lead. Mike, pretty modest numbers.
Yeah, well, the game is defined by corner kicks sometimes. So you have 2 corner kicks, and the Rhinos are dominating the match. Charleston really hasn't gotten anything forward. And really, I mean, I don't even think Kitson's been tested yet with any shots. And it shows 3 shots here. I don't know where those shots came from. I don't think any of them have been on frame.
So Rochester's got a few players warming up. We'll see if Bob Lilly goes to the bench tonight. Charleston, I'm sure they'll utilize all of their substitutes this evening as, again, they played last night in Pittsburgh as they wrap up a back-to-back weekend here in downtown Rochester. Second half is just around the corner. The Rhinos have a 1-0 lead on the Rhinos Broadcast Network.
Got a voicemail at home.
Never miss a message. With Time Warner Cable's home voicemail to email, we're moving technology forward to bring you back together.
Come on, she's hot.
The Rhinos home opener is Saturday, May 7th. The first 5,000 fans receive a Rhinos magnet schedule courtesy of Salins. Call 454-KICK for tickets.
John Gabrielli and Tom Rosati here from Marina Mitsubishi. We're ready to hit out of the park with Team Marina's Sign and Drive event. 400 vehicles have been selected for this event and discounted as much as 60%. Just sign and drive away with 0 down. Every vehicle in our line is included. No curveball. And don't forget, I always say yes. Get a 2011 Mitsubishi Lancer, 0 down, $169 per month, or 2011 Outlander Sport Corvette, or lease it for only $199 per month. So don't miss our giant Sign and Drive event. We're just minutes away off Route 104 Webster, Mitsubishi Motors.
Score big with Salins. Salins is proud to call Western New York home for over 140 years. Our premium quality deli meats and hot dogs are hometown favorites. Score big with your family and friends. Enjoy Salins' delicious real smokehouse ham or Salins' mouth-watering real turkey or chicken breast. Ask for Salins deli meats at your favorite meat or food store. The taste that beats them all. Salins, official sponsor of the WPS.
Second half about to get underway from Salins Stadium. As the team's coming out of the locker rooms, I'm Joe Giuliano. Mike Kerms back for 2011. And the Rhinos opening up the home portion of the season. They have a 1-0 lead over the Charleston Battery. Rochester again in action on Tuesday night at the Harrisburg City Islanders. 6:45 radio airtime, 7 p.m. kickoff. That game was rescheduled from April the 30th. And then home again on May the 14th against Antigua Barracuda. It is a hot team in the USL. They've won 5 straight games. That'll be on Saturday, May the 14th, 7 p.m. Call the Rhinos office at 454-KICK for tickets, or check out Ticketmaster.com for Rochester Rhino Soccer. Mike Kerms looking over the pitch to see if there's any changes for either side as the battery will kick off with Mack and Ba. There is one change. Looks like
Patterson for Peverly.
And this is a big change, Mike, because Nicky Patterson does lead the team in scoring right now. 2 goals, 2 assists. 26-year-old from Scotland. That's the first change made by either side. As we're underway here. The battery now attacking from right to left. Now played forward for J.C. Mack.
Entering the game is number 8, Nicky Patterson.
Jackson trying to get through, but Connor Tobin will clear it to midfield. Marples with it. Patterson's first touch. Again, Patterson with 2 goals, 2 assists, his 7th appearance of the year. It looks like he is not afraid to bark out the orders. He's directing and guiding things right from the middle of the park.
Well, you went from a 22-year-old who's got experience, played in New Zealand and all, but you're adding a 26-year-old with a lot of experience over the United States here in the USL Pro.
There's Hoxie's header forward now to Jagdeo Singh. He's dumped off the ball, and Jackson comes away with it. Plays it back to Marples. Long driven ball down the gut of the field. And Kitson will pick it up inside the 18. So one change made by Mike Anhauser. He's also the general manager of the team. Started as a player for the Charleston Battery in 1994. Now he's the head coach and GM.
You know what's cold right now?
Montegovan,
my hand.
Backwards kick. Gets to no one but Grunewald. And pressure there by Rosenlund. Pops backwards. Grunewald, long ball forward down the middle of the field. Roberts with some pressure from Ba. And he will head it back to Neil Kitson. 47th minute, the Rhinos with a 1-0 lead. Kitson was going to throw it to Kirk on the near side, decided against that. And puts it down onto the pitch.
Slimy
Moving ball downfield, Hoxie. Gets it to Jagdeo Singh. Now outside for J.C. Banks, corner of the 18. Left-footed cross, and he's got some players in the box. And hands on his head. Banks knows he should have done better there.
Yeah, those are definitely the ones that you go home and you can't sleep at night. You're like, that was an opportunity. That was a goal. There was 3 guys crashing in the center of the park with no one marking them, and he floated it way too high. Execution of those crosses are very, very important when you get those opportunities.
The Battery will try the far side with C.D. Ba. It's up over his head and out of bounds. Throw in for the Rhinos, who picked up a 3-2 win against Dayton. And really, it could have been 5, maybe even 6 goals for Rochester as they left a few on the doorstep. Throw in now, far side of the pitch. Wiltsey, he's got the long throw in.
Yeah, the thing, though, Kitson can't be happy about is that they gave up 2 goals against Dayton. On the road, sure, but still, you gave up 2 goals against a Dayton team that's not very strong right now on paper or on the field.
We saw them almost come back and even it at 3. It got so tight at the end. This one bounces at the 6, and Kitson calls off Donatelli, the goal scorer, and he'll scoop it up for the Rhinos. Neil Kitson, a 42nd pick of the Kansas City Wizards in 2009. Now called Sporting KC in Major League Soccer.
You know, you've got Kitson in the net last year where he was competing every single day against Vallo, and now he's got 2 rookies that he's hopefully being mentoring along with Andraki to get these guys up to speed so they can get on the pitch at some point.
There's that ball into space. Jagdeo Singh racing forward, and Wilson, the veteran, plays the angles nicely, and he'll knock it out of bounds. He's shocked there's no foul. And it'll be a corner kick for the Rhinos. I think Wilson may have a bone to pick.
For Rhinos, corner kick.
Montegalvan, third corner kick of the game. They'll take it from the near sideline, or from the near side of the pitch. Here's the service, out swinging ball. The header at the corner of the 6, Hoxie tries to get out. It's deflected by a Charleston defender, and we'll try the other side now. Rosenlund says Alfonso, just relax, and no, he's going to head over and take it. Nope. Bob Lilly, the head coach, is calling Alfonso off, and Rosenlund will take the corner kick.
A little bit of confusion. There's still confusion out there.
About what side to take it on?
Well, no, Rosenlund doesn't know why he's taking it.
Hey, watch me score here. There's the service at the 6, clear to the top of the 18, and Mack will clear it out of bounds on the far side. I think Montegalvan thought Bob Lilly was saying take it from the near side, but that wasn't going to happen because the ball went over the end line over on the far side of the goal. That was a bit of interesting moments for the Rhinos as Hoxie lets it bounce, turns to his right. Here's Cuevas Kirk.
That's just part of the early season understanding of each other.
Donatelli, can Kirk keep this one in? He does, and gets a good cross away. Nope. We'll see it came up and out of bounds, back onto the field of play, so it'll be a goal kick for the Charleston Battery. 3-1-2. They've scored 6 goals this year, 4 goals against. Last night on a cold, wet field in Pittsburgh. Very disappointing crowd, Mike. 624 fans turning out for Pittsburgh and Charleston.
Cold and wet? Cold and wet?
Still 624.
Cold and wet.
Cold and wet.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. You're not going to see me out there, even if it's the U.S. men's national team.
It's a bad number. Good crowd here tonight, though. Haven't got the official word for the Rhinos 2011 home opener. As Salem Stadium will be a very busy venue this summer between the Rhinos, the Western New York Flash, and the Rochester Rattlers lacrosse team. As Tobin went one way, J.C. Banks went the other, so a throw-in for Charleston. Nicky Patterson forward to J.C. Mack. Patterson again, just a long ball, takes one hop. Bellamy heads it back to Kitson, the CD Ba. Applying a little bit of pressure with his speed. There's Bellamy now on the near side. Cuevas Kirk. Donatelli's got a chance to turn here at midfield. He's into the Charleston half. And his pass is off the mark as Jagdiosing went the other way. Trying to work out some of the kinks of who's moving where. Lions will start their attack again on their own side. Montegalvan to Kirk. There's Hoxie. Andrew Hoxie. Good moves again. Very deceiving with the ball at his feet. It gets it through the legs of Wilson. And John Wilson using the body well to recover defensively. And we'll play advantage here as the referee's assistant had his flag up in the air. And now there's no advantage, so the referee, Andrew Evangelos, will stop it and give a free kick here to the Charleston Battery. Hoxie, third appearance of the season after 3 goals and 5 assists last year in 17 games played.
You know, you roll back to that, and Hoxie pulls a great move on Marples, but then he tries something similar to Wilson, and you've got that experience back. And he just bodied him out of the way. And great stuff by John Wilson. But also Hoxie, what a great meg. Very deceptive with the size that he's got, that he could just just glide through a defender like that with a meg.
Hey, you don't think a big man like that is gonna pull off those moves? But, we saw it last year, some oohs and ahs from the crowd. As Banks trying to get it to Jagdiosing, and he's not going to get there before John Wilson. Here's Jackson now. 54th minute, the Rhinos have a 1-0 lead. Now pushing in from the far side is Grunewald. He's nudged off the ball by Banks. Here's Donatelli. Another ball down for Jagdiosing. He gets to it. Marple's on him. Jagdeo Singh back to Kirk. Now forward for Donatelli. Tries to head it back to Rosalind. Finally gets to him after a deflection. Here's Tobin on the far side for J.C. Banks. One-on-one with Wiltsey. Banks tries to spin him in and out. Cuts it back around on his right foot. Gets away from Wiltsey. Looks up. Just inside the 18. A low cross through traffic. Jagdeo Singh can't pull the trigger. Still in traffic. It's blocked in the crowd. Roberts, top of the 18. Donatelli, a left-footed shot. That's up and over the goal.
You know, J.C. Banks beats Wiltsey on the outside there, and Wiltsey just gives up. He just kind of started walking and let Banks give the near post pass cross just real easily, and Jagdeo Singh had a great opportunity to score there. I mean, Wiltsey, you can see he just stops here. And a great run by Rosalind to leave that ball for Jagdeo Singh.
Jagdeo Singh's touch isn't so heavy. He may be a softer touch. He's able to get the shot away. And look at number 1 for the Rhinos. Looks like Anthony Hamilton is going to be coming in. He's taking off his gear, and he's close to entering the match for Rochester.
I mean, if I'm Enhauser, I'd be going absolutely nuts the way that Wiltsey just gave up on that play.
Got the starters from last night. Wiltsey was didn't play, did he? So he should be fresh. There's Patterson.
He's a rookie who's going to get an earful.
You think?
Yeah.
You think or you know?
I know. Well, I think.
You think you know?
I think I know. I mean, he played for the he was on the U.S. Youth National Program.
We'll see if he can redeem himself here. His ball's outside, broken up by Tobin. Jagdeo Singh with Wilson on his back. He's forced to go backwards to Kirk. Bellamy, he'll come forward for Jagdeo Singh. Flicks it into space, looking for Hoxie, but Falvey steps in front of this one. As Jagdeo Singh and Jackson get the arms up high in front of the Rhinos bench. No foul there. Throw in for Cuevas Kirk. Kirk getting away from Nicky Patterson, plays it back to Bellamy. As the Battery wrapping up their 2 games in 2 nights here tonight in Rochester. As they're starting to draw some nice crowds at Blackbaud Stadium. 4,000 for their last game against Pittsburgh. So they outshot the Riverhounds 17-6, but still were scoreless. Rochester knocking it around as the referee takes a shot off the shoulder, and Mack will come away with it, and he stood up there by Troy Roberts right in the middle of the field. Ball, then man.
And then he's going 1v4. J.C. Mack had a tough job ahead of him
He
there.
sure did. Rosalinda Hoxie. Montegalvan. Now Kirk pushing up again on the near side.
Montegalvan is a different player right now. He's playing very simple soccer. He hasn't had a giveaway yet. And it's showing because the whole play has been down on this side of the field.
Donatelli with a cross, and there was a late challenge that got a piece of Donatelli. Nigel Marples, the one called for the foul. And the Rhinos with a good free kick opportunity on the near side at the corner of the 18. Donatelli has been the victim of a few fouls tonight as he is up and at him again. Montegalvan, Donatelli talking about this free kick. Looks like Charleston's going to go with 3 men in the wall. Corner of the 18, they'll push back. Crowd getting into this one here. A good opportunity for the Rhinos. 59th minute. They have a 1-0 lead. Tyler Rosalind getting his hamstring looked at on this restart. Donatelli. Here's the service. Into the 6. Wiggins gets a punch on it. And the rebound is just tipped over the bar by Connor Tobin.
That's a dangerous ball by Donatelli, and great stuff by Wiggins to get his paw on that. Otherwise, that was pretty much a goal by Tobin on the other side.
Looks like there's a wrap going around the right leg of Tyler Rosenlund. He was grabbing the back of his leg, the hamstring. We'll see if he's able to go any longer.
Well, I just think it's a matter, I think he had a wrap on there. I think it got loose on him.
We'll keep an eye on the number 8, Rosenlund, who wore number 13 last season. Here's Grunewald cutting towards the middle of the field. Plays it into the 18. Cuevas Kirk sends it up to the near side. Jagdeo Singh and Marples going at it. And it'll be a throw-in for the Rhinos.
You know, it's Jagdeo Singh's done that twice, just thrown his entire body into the player, and the ref's not calling that.
He's gotten away with it a couple times.
I've seen that 2 fouls right in front of us here. Clearly not playing the ball.
Charleston will go to the bench again. As Roseland can finally come back onto the field. Roberts with it at the top of his own 18. .60 minutes played. The Rhinos with a slim 1-0 lead.
Now, Joe, I'll tell you, this is the same referee staff that we had for the United States Soccer Federation Academy teams, our under 16 and under 18 clubs for Empire United. Same exact referee staff.
So do they call a pretty loose game, in your opinion?
They do. They let the boys play, and it's nice to see. But sometimes you see a foul like that, it's a clear foul. But they do. They let the game go, and you can see that there's a lot of stuff going on here, and they let it go. They let the guys play.
The referee again is Andrew Evangelos, Democratis Specialidis, and Ashley Ryan, the assistants. As Marples is going to just knock this one out of bounds on the near side. A change coming up here as it's going to be Zach Prince coming on, and he's going to replace Grunewald, the 24-year-old. This change coming up in the 61st minute. Second change made by Mike Anhauser. Prince now on.
All the Syracuse fans are now leaving the stadium because Grunewald has left the pitch. The FM graduate.
So 24-year-old Grunewald is out. 23-year-old Prince is in. It's his 6th appearance of the year. Bellamy, his cross ends up on the foot of Banks on the far side of the 18. Wiltsey gets taken down by J.C. Banks, and they both kind of get up and take a little shove at each other, but we're back into play here with a free kick by Wiggins, the 29-year-old. It is college soccer right in Charleston at the College of Charleston. And what a beautiful area, Charleston, South Carolina. Absolutely gorgeous part of the country. Not a bad place to make your living.
O'Brien and Gear has an office down there.
I don't know why you're not there.
And I've been trying
especially after the winter we just had up here.
I've been trying to get transferred for the last 3 years.
If anyone's listening, right? Great part of the country, without a doubt. As Prince's first touch will be a throw-in on the far side.
O'Brien and Gear has had a few of their most recent leadership team meetings down there in Charleston, South Carolina, versus having everyone come up to Syracuse, New York during the winter.
You're kidding.
Yes.
I wonder why they would do that. Foul on the play there as Rochester gives up a free kick to Nicky Patterson. And this one is about 30 yards out to the left of Neil Kitson. Looks like a 3-man wall in place for the Rhinos. See if the restart pays off here for the Charleston Battery. Kevin Jackson also over the ball. As we're in the 63rd minute, Rochester holding on to this 1-0 lead thanks to Tony Donatelli. Patterson's service into the box. Falls down to the feet of Troy Roberts at the 6, and he'll just blast it over the end line. Corner kick for the Battery. 2 players over there.
And you mentioned College of Charleston, Troy Lesesny, head men's coach. I actually took my A license with him.
I'm looking at some of these guys on the Battery's lineup.
There's quite a few of them from
Wiggins,
the College of Charleston.
Prince, a few quality products produced by them.
I'm thinking Troy's just feeding the Battery. I got to talk to Troy.
He's their minor league system, right? There's Kitson's goal kick. And Prince and Wilson, neither one of them take it. And they'll just have to go back to Wiggins now. Good up in the air by Montegalvan as 2 Battery players collide. But Charleston comes away with the most important thing, the ball. Prince down the near side for Ba. Central now for J.C. Mack. Good ball. Looking for Caskey. Eludes him, but he's able to pick it up once again. He and Banks get tangled up. The referee says play on.
And that's what I'm
Said it,
talking
Mike.
about. He's letting him play. And what a great ball by Donatelli.
To Hoxie on the far side. Hoxie one-on-one with Falvey. And Hoxie gets by Falvey, but Wiltsey is there to help out. And Falvey just plays it down the near side, or the far sideline. Middle of the park now. Here's Nicky Patterson, looking to add to his 2 goals and 2 assists. Plays it on the near side for Zach Prince. Patterson, 20 yards out. Coming forward now is Nigel Marples, the left back. Left-footed cross. Kitson gets his left hand on it and picks up the ball after one hop inside the 18. Scary moments there. As he gets a round of applause from the fans, quick to respond to that ball on the turf.
Good job by Kitson to own his box. That was a dangerous cross by Marples, and Kitson made the right decision by coming out and grabbing that.
66 minutes. Salins Stadium, Rochester leads it 1-0.
Bob did talk to his players at halftime. You can see that they're knocking the ball from side to side. They're keeping possession, less giveaways, less forcing it up to the front runners, and playing the ball and working the ball through up to the front runners.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a
Caskey with it now to Prince.
One is in the club lot. It is a VW Jetta.
Prince, a bad giveaway. Hoxie just deflects it now on the near side for Tony Donatelli.
It's FLC 4754.
Now forward again for Hoxie. Rosenlund with it now. Good quick little touches to the outside for J.C. Banks. Banks' father was a U.S. national team player, Jimmy Banks. Here's Banks now getting it down the far side flank. Cuts across into the box, so it's over Jagdeo Singh's head. And Marples beaten to the ball by Jagdeo Singh, but it goes out of bounds and a throw-in. They'll say Jagdeo Singh was the last one to touch it for the Rhinos. Throwing for Charleston deep in their own half. Marples looking for Mack. Patterson trying to get it forward to Ba. Now Ba trying to come on the near side. He can't find anyone, and Roberts will pick it up for the Rhinos. Looks like a few more changes getting ready to come in for the battery. And then here's side, Cuevas Kirk, another dangerous run. Low cross into the 18, Jagdeo Singh. Corner of the 6, a left-footed shot. He was looking to peg it on the far side, and that was a tough angle. But Jagdeo Singh is off the mark on the shot.
He had the far netting open, and you know what, he was just trying to curl it into that far side netting. Kirk, once again, getting forward, which is great. You got a San Filippo that used to do it now. Now you've got Kirk getting forward for the Rhinos.
Looks like 2 forwards will be coming in for the Charleston battery. Coleman and Kelly getting their final instructions.
You know, you could see that Rosenlund and Hoxie are very frustrated. Jagdeo Singh tried to take that on his own there, and Rosenlund and Hoxie were wide open in the center of the park. I like what Kirk did, though. He didn't just try to whip that ball across. He got his head up and knocked it right on the ground to Jagdeo Singh.
Possession now for the battery. As both teams looking ready to make two changes here. It's going to be Tanky and Hamilton coming on for Rochester. And the header by Mack is off the mark. Wiltsey can't grab it as referee, fourth official, very busy in sorting out who's in and who's out. It's actually going to be Versailles before Hamilton to come on for Rochester.
I like to do backflips and cartwheels.
There's Hoxie now into space. Wilson looking for the offside. Jagdeo Singh, corner of the 18, far side of the pitch. Still with it, looking for some help. It's going to go back now to Tobin.
Okay. I got a good question here.
For Troy Roberts now. Rhinos back into their own half of the field after a quick little rush there for Jagdeo Singh. There's Bellamy. Now to Kirk.
He's a man. He gets all the ladies in Rochester.
Donatelli.
So now, here reporting on the Rhinos men.
Looking up.
This is the conclusion we're going to have.
Hoxie.
Rich Costanzo, Alfonso
Taken off the ball there by Mack. Throwing for Marples. Whips it down the near flank, and it's cleared away by Bellamy. And now we will get the full changes coming up here. Let's see. It's going to be Coleman who comes on for J.C. Mack, so forward for forward.
Pair of subs for the Charleston.
And let's see what else is coming on here. See if Rochester is the next one. Yep.
Replacing number 20.
C.D. Ba is coming off. He's coming off for
Second sub entering the game is number 9.
Dane Kelly.
Replacing number 15.
So C.D. Ba is off, along with J.C. Mack.
Substitutions in the 70th minute.
That's the 70th minute. Ba and Mack come off for Charleston. For Rochester,
Entering the game is number 16. Kenny Versailles.
Versailles is on in minute number 70 for Montegalvan.
Also entering the game.
And Tanky for Rosenlund. We're going to keep an eye on him, Mike, with that wrapped up leg. So 2 changes here. As Tanky comes on and applies pressure immediately to Kelly. And Rochester will knock it into the Charleston half of the field. So Peverly, Mack, and Ba have come off for the battery. Patterson, Kelly, and Prince have come on. And for Rochester, Montegalvan and Rosenlund are off. Versailles and Tanky are on.
Versailles, a veteran here now with the Rochester Rhinos, came on mid-season last year. I thought did a good job in filling in for Montegalvan in that defensive midfield role. Tanky, a rookie out of University of Rhode Island.
He has showed well. He's got an assist this year, and he's brought a nice bit of work to Rochester, whether it's on the flank or in the middle of the field.
It's nice to see out of a 21-year-old rookie to really put that effort in. Bob's put him on the pitch 3 games this year, and putting a rookie on that much this year, you know that he's a player, and he's working hard at practice every single day.
Good acquisition for the Rhinos. He's number 27, Michael Tanky. Keep your eye on him. Very energetic young player. Is Wiltsey coming forward now on the far side, and he falls on the ball. And they'll call J.C. Banks for the foul. 72nd minute, 1-0 Rochester.
And then you got Versailles in there, who's a very simple soccer player. He plays very, very simple and doesn't go outside his game. He's a Haitian national, has 5 caps with the Haitian national team. He's part of the U17, U20, U23 program. So he's got a lot of experience.
So Jackson with the free kick, 30 yards out to the left of Kitson. There's the service. Good ball into the box through traffic and taken off the 6-yard line by Troy Roberts and over the near sideline.
That's twice a free kick, a standard situation from the same spot, dropped inside the 18 against the Rhinos.
Throwing now deep in Rochester's half of the field. Prince, good long throw into the corner of the 6. Versailles, his header comes out about 20 yards, and Hoxie will pick it up. Wilson playing tight on Jagdio Singh. Able to avoid that pressure, but a tough giveaway now as Prince gets around Kirk, around Bellamy, into the 6, and Versailles tracking back nicely will clear it over the end line.
You've got a few guys that have come off the bench here trying to make an impact for Charleston here. You've got Prince, 2 forwards in Kelly and Coleman, and they're putting pressure on the Rhinos right now.
Corner kick near side from Prince, and Banks will head it out inside the 6 to Wilsey. Heads it on the near sideline now for Prince. Looks up, tries the cross. It's a little late. J.C. Banks can block that one, but Marples picks up the loose ball. Here's Nicky Patterson. Gets it behind Kevin Jackson. He keeps it in bounds, but guess what? Oh, I thought he was going to take it away. Good effort there. I thought it was going to be a loose ball left on the pitch for Cuevas Kirk. But Jackson quick enough to recover after chasing that loose ball down. There was a lot of space for Kirk to just tear down the field. Another change here for Rochester. Hamilton will come on. He was a huge impact off the bench, and Dayton actually scored the game-winning goal. So it's Hoxie who comes off. This change in the 74th minute. Hoxie off. 25-year-old Anthony Hamilton. 1 game play. That was in Dayton, and he scored a goal. It was the game winner on April the 23rd.
Another dangerous free kick. This is where the ball is dropped into the 18 twice now in the last 10 minutes.
Jackson with the offering from the far side. Hits J.C. Banks. And we'll see if this one trickles over the end line. Tobin tries to keep it in. 75th minute. Rochester is back home on Saturday, May the 14th. Antigua Barracuda comes to town. 7 p.m. kickoff right here at Salem Stadium. Call 454-KICK for more information or visit Ticketmaster.com for your Rhinos 2011 tickets. Antigua, Mike, a hot team right now. They've won 5 straight games and a new club into the USL, and they've made quite a splash this season so far. They'll be here in Rochester next Saturday for a 7 p.m. kickoff.
Aren't we supposed to commentate on the road for that game?
Yeah, that's what I was telling Pat. Antigua, Puerto Rico, you're going to need some commentators for those games. That would be quite the trip, wouldn't it? Header out of bounds on the far side. Throw in for Wiltsey. And he's got another bomb. As Prince can do it from this side, Wiltsey from that side. And here's the long throw into the Rhinos box. To the top of the 18, and Hamilton will just spin and whack it over the far sideline. 76 minutes.
You know, you notice since a lot of these subs have come on, the play has been all in the Rhinos' defensive third.
See if Rochester is just trying to hold on here.
It's very early to be trying to just hold on with 15 minutes left in the match. I don't think they are. I just think that Charleston right now has a better run of play right now, and they keep getting restarts, they keep getting throw-ins, they keep getting free kicks.
They're definitely starting to knock on the door. As the Rhinos looking for a ball. And finally, Tobin will pick one up on the far side. Don't forget, Rochester's next game is at Harrisburg on Tuesday, 7 p.m. kickoff. As the Storms have passed through Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and the Skyline Sports Complex is once again playable. There's Banks now, throwing on the far side at midfield for Hamilton. He sends Falvey down to the turf, and it's been a tough night for the 25-year-old Falvey. As he, right from the get-go, was going to have a tough go of it as he took a knock from Andrew Hoxie. There's Tanky winning that header, but Wiltsey tries to push it back into Rochester's half. Now Tanky picks up the loose ball forward to J.C. Banks. Tries to spin around Wiltsey. Not going to work. And a throw in for the Rhinos. Connor Tobin. Out of the University of Vermont. Tough one for Tanky to deal with, and he does get away from Prince. And Cuevas Kirk now. And a sprint forward, cuts it back.
And that's the right thing to do. You've had all the pressure on you. Let's just keep the ball and be patient. And let's knock it for a while. Let us keep the ball for a while.
Tobin now. Cuts around 2 Charleston defenders. Nice job. Versailles in the middle. Now on the near side for Donatelli. Cutting it inside. Looking for Anthony Hamilton. Couldn't get it to him, so Tanky and Kirk will start the attack once again. A forced ball there from Kirk and cleared away by the battery to midfield. Rochester starting again with Tobin. Now Versailles in the center circle. Soft touch. Bellamy comes in hard just to clear that one to the far sideline.
I played it right to Banks' feet.
Not enough on the touch there from Versailles. There's Bellamy for Donatelli. Taken away now by Patterson. Ball down the near sideline. Coleman and Bellamy will just clear it over and give a throw in here for the Charleston battery in the 79th minute.
And they brought on Kelly and Coleman, who started last night against Pittsburgh. So all they got is 20 minutes to run hard, and you can see that's what they're doing. Kelly, a Jamaican national.
Last change. Kevin Jackson is off. 79th minute. Zaire is on. Jackson is off. Is this the 4th or 5th? Let's see here. They've got 5, yeah, so that's it. Final change for Mike Anhauser as Prince long throw-in. Nicky Patterson from about 20 yards out gets the left-footed shot, takes a hop off the turf, and Kitson will pick it up. So that is it for substitutions for Mike Anhauser. Patterson, Prince, Coleman, Kelly, and Zaire have come on.
And all he had left was 2 defenders in Zaire and Flatley. Or Flately.
Zaire, a 25-year-old. Second year with the Charleston Battery.
Sorry, it is Flatley. I saw an extra E, a little dyslexia there, Joe.
It happens, Mike. It happens. Here's Coleman. Knocked off the ball by Tanky. And they're going to call a handball for his efforts as well. Levi Coleman, 24 years old, 1 goal this year. Second season with the Battery. With 2 goals and 2 assists last season.
And you need a little bit more from a forward who plays 19 games last year than 2 goals and 2 assists. And he started off the season right. He's got a goal early in the season.
Those goal scorers are hard to find, my friend. Those pure goal scorers. Tobin throws it into Tanky. Back to Tobin on the far side. There's Banks pressured by Wiltsey. Look at that work from J.C. Banks. Just nonstop. Wins the ball back. Hamilton back to Banks. I'm not sure if the pass was too much or Banks wasn't expecting it back. Goal kick for the Battery. Wiggins, though,
gives it right back to the Rhinos, and you can
quick.
see Anhauser's not happy with that.
82 minutes. Rochester with a 1-0 lead. Jagdeo Singh is dumped. No call. Wilson comes away with it, but he's stripped of the ball now. There's Jagdeo Singh. Cuevas Kirk. For Bellamy now.
On that left side, J.C. Banks is just taking it to Wiltsey, the rookie there.
Back to Kitson. Left foot boots it up towards midfield. Caskey, the only player there. Still with possession. Now he'll try the near side for Marples. Cuts it to his right foot. Drives one into the box. At the 6, Kitson comes out with a punch. And cleared away by J.C. Banks as Zaire was there looking for that ball inside the Rhinos 18. Got through everybody. Zaire was making a play for that one as he has it now. And Tanky just steps in, takes the ball away nicely. Here's Anthony Hamilton.
And when Zaire's holding his hip a little bit on that collision with Kitson.
Kitson sparing no movement at all, coming hard for that ball. As behind the play, Tobin is dumped by Nicky Patterson. Only 1 card issued tonight. That was in the 29th minute to Wiltsey from the Battery. As Mike mentioned earlier, he's pretty much let them play tonight. Bellamy with it now.
The referees are there to be non-existent. You shouldn't notice them in the matches. They shouldn't have an effect on the match, and I think that's what they've done tonight. They've let the play go.
And this one will trickle out of bounds on the near side. 84th minute, 1-0.
I guess non-existent is not the right word, but...
No, it is the right word. Those are the ones you don't want to notice, and
yeah,
it's exactly what you want to be as a fullback too, right? You want no one to notice you're out there because you're not making mistakes. Donatelli, calm, cool, back to Bellamy. Now Roberts. Drives one to the middle of the park. Caskey, the only player there. High service into the 18. Coleman. He's offsides. As those long, high balls give the referee plenty of time to look over and see who's on or who's off.
But Coleman adding a different dimension to Charleston versus Ba and Mack up there. Coleman's winning headers up there. He's winning the ball. He's a stronger forward than the other 2 that just came off the pitch. And he's causing a little bit of problems for Bellamy. He's a little bit fresher, although he did play yesterday.
There's another element for the Rhinos defense to deal with. Jagdeo Singh's header forward for Hamilton. Wilson shielding off the Rhino forward, wins the goal kick.
You don't see a lot of players winning head balls against Bellamy.
No, not at all.
Who was one of the most improved players last year.
Rookie of the year. Out of St. Bonaventure, not a real Division I soccer powerhouse, but good to see him make a go of it at the pro ranks now. Jagdeo Singh tried to cut it inside. Marples breaks that one up. Rich Costanzo is going to come on for the Rhinos now. He's going to replace J.C. Banks. So, Mike, with this change, Banks has been pretty dynamic on that flank. Costanzo maybe more of a stay-at-home defensive type player?
I'd say so. I think Costanzo's going to really tighten up the defensively a little bit. But really, I would go at Wiltsey. Wiltsey's been having a tough time, and after he gets beat, he's not really recovering as quickly as you'd like a defender to recover.
J.C. Banks coming off now. Rich Costanzo comes on. We'll see if there's any adjustments, or if it's just a straight swap. But Banks, a youngster, he's got a exciting future ahead of him. He gets a well-deserved round of applause. A lot of good work tonight from J.C. Banks. Rhinos will chip it into the 18 and give possession back to the Charleston Battery. 86 minutes have been played, 1-0. A goal in the 24th minute by Donatelli.
Banks was actually offered a contract in a club in Sweden in January and decided to stay in the United States.
Loose ball, top of the 18. Wiggins comes off, gets there before Jagdeo Singh. You just wonder if he's going to look back and say, wow, that was a great opportunity in Europe. But again, 21 years old, that door could open again. Throwing on the far side. Tobin to take it. 87th minute plus whatever they add for stoppage time, as there's been many substitutions both ways. Costanzo's knocked off the ball by Wiltsey, but he did just enough to win a throw-in on the far side. As the temperature has definitely dropped here. A very cool night in Rochester. Hamilton gets the flick on, and Falvey is behind him to clear it away for the Battery. Tobin heads it back into the 18. One hop. Marples fighting for it and cleared away there by Zaire. Tanky heads it forward. Anthony Hamilton. Donatelli. Backwards for Bellamy. Forward now, looking for Jagdeo Singh into the 18, and you got to give props to John Wilson tonight. 33 years old, back-to-back games. He's done a nice job dealing with the speed of Jagdeo Singh.
Yeah, I think Wilson's had a nice game tonight in the back. He's been the strongest defender out of the four of them. You can see he's a little lethargic right now.
Let's not forget he was going to retire after last year, decided to come back. And maybe after this weekend's back-to-back games, he'll ask himself, what am I doing? Dangerous ball for Coleman. And Bellamy did just enough to nudge him off the ball and give Kitson a chance to sprint off his line and grab that one. Deep punt from Kitson. Hamilton and Falvey will fight for this one on the far side. Falvey gets there first. Zaire. In front on the near side off his thigh. There's Dane Kelly. This will be his first touch since coming on in the 70th minute. On the near side, fighting with Bellamy. Gets a right-footed cross away. Roberts gets beat to the ball by Zaire, and that one is up and over the bar. As Mike, you mentioned earlier, Zaire kind of hobbling around on that right leg.
Yeah, but he made a great run there, and it was a great cross by Kelly. Kelly, who led the Jamaican League last year in goals.
Another big, strong, young player, only 20 years old.
Oh, yeah.
Marples and Donatelli.
Zaire is struggling.
Soccer fans, there's 1 minute remaining in the half, and as a reminder, the
We're now in the 90th minute. No indication yet of stoppage time. And as we mentioned, Charleston has made all 5 substitutions, so Zaire is going to have to really dig deep and try and finish this one out, as they don't want to go 10 men like they did last night, especially trailing 1-0. Free kick here for the Battery. Wiggins pushing everybody up. He'll take the kick himself.
The Rhinos would like to say thank you to Salem's Deli Products for tonight's
Wilson gets the header to Patterson. Coleman now on the near side for Zaire. Left-footed ball into the middle of the park, headed away there by Roberts. We're approaching minute number 90. Word from the pitch is 3 minutes of stoppage time. So 3 minutes for the Rhinos to hold on, or for the Battery to get back into this one, as Coleman trying to connect with Kelly. Broken up by Roberts.
The 4th official has indicated there will be
Patterson. And looking for the advantage. Wasn't to be, so it'll be a free kick. And Mike, you alluded to these restarts for the Battery. They had a few of them in this second half. And Nicky Patterson will take this restart.
Coleman's the forward to watch here. He's been beating Bellamy.
There's the service into the box. Cuevas Kirk gets his head on it. Headed back to the middle of the field. Marples whiffs on his shot, and it's cleared up to the middle of the park. Wiltsey with it now. Hammers it into the Rhinos' half of the field. Prince with it into the 18. Versailles will pick up the loose ball and just knock it over the far sideline. As Rochester holding on here in stoppage time, they've got a 1-0 lead. Throw in for Wiltsey on the far side. He'll take a nice, generous run in and whips this one into the box. Headed away by Tobin. Hamilton finishes it off towards midfield.
You know, if you're Anhauser, I would put Coleman in the front there to be the guy that flicks that ball on from Wiltsey on the throw-in.
There's a long ball from Wiggins. Headed at the top of the 18. Tobin for Donatelli now, as he is ridden up the back and no call. Boy, he does let him play, doesn't he?
But it's been consistent.
Yeah, that's for sure.
It's been
You got to say
consistent.
that. That's right. There's Marples. Cross into the box. Coleman is there. Tobin gets to the ball first. Now Prince. Far side near the corner flag. Costanzo slide tackle. Deflects that one over the end line. Everybody going up now except for Wiltsey and Wiggins. And why not put Wiltsey in the mix? They'll hold him back. Driven, corner kick, headed away by Tobin at the 6. Corner of the 18 now, John Wilson with it. Nicky Patterson. Prince, another driven cross. Headed to the top of the box. Fighting for it now is Wilson and Jagdiosing. No handball called. And Wilson gets away from him, and it's cleared away by Tanky. Is that enough for Rochester to secure a victory on their home opener? We'll see. 3 minutes of stoppage time. Should be about 30 seconds away from that mark. This could be the last push forward for Charleston, as Tobin has been strong these last couple of minutes in the air, winning these challenges. This one's up in the stands, and Prince finally gets the ball. Gets it into the box. Roberts doesn't even let it bounce in the 18. Tanky will head it forward. Jagdiosing whiffs on it, but he's got Hamilton and Tanky there to help him. Far side. Nicky Patterson runs this one out. And Andrew Evangelos blows the whistle. The Rhinos have finally picked up a win in their home opener. 2011 home opener is in the books. Rochester has the win. 1-0 over the Charleston Battery. Stick around.